husband just died and now his ex wants me to adopt his kids. I refused. And this is to answer the question of what sacrifices are necessary to make for a partner. So OP says, hello, I of course know how awful this sounds, but it is a recent development and I'm unsure if I'm completely in the wrong. Before I married my husband, he had 3 children with his ex-wife who were 2, 2, and 5. When we got married, and his ex was still bitter. I say this in the most respectful way possible, but it's true, as they had only been divorced officially for a year. By the way, this comes from anonymous account on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. And before we go any further, we have to pause because we have a guest on this stream. Would you like to introduce yourself to the chat?
Hi guys, my name's Keon. Happy Monday. Happy to be here.
Do you have any fun facts to share with the stream?
Ooh, fun facts. Wow.
Just one, and then we're going to keep going.
Well, you said facts, but
one fact, singular.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just had my birthday.
Let's
recently.
go. Put some happy birthdays in the chat.
Is that a fun fact?
That's a super fun fact, and we're going to keep
That's
going.
That's just fun.
Come up with a better one, but that was great. No,
that wasn't a good fact, guys. I'm sorry.
So OP continues, after that custody was a big issue with her and my husband fighting for full custody. Unfortunately, we only ended up getting weekends and the complete months of December and July while they were out of school. So it goes without saying I wasn't much of a mother figure to them rather than their father's wife. My husband passed away 2 years in an accident and I haven't seen them aside from the funeral in all that time.
Oof.
This is so sad. This is so sad.
This is a great start to our Monday, guys.
I'm sorry. You picked the first story, right?
Mondays.
Yeah.
Wow. This is.
Yeah. We like to start off on a really somber note.
We went from birthdays to. Yeah.
His wife called me up sometime last month to reveal she's suffering from a terminal illness, a brain tumor, and that she was hoping I could take in the children after she passed. Both her and my husband's parents are far too old to even care for them themselves completely. I still take his mother grocery shopping as she can't do it alone, and that there was no one else who would be able to care for and support the children in a proper way. She said her sister suffers from addiction, and I'm not sure if that could be something the state would consider if there were truly no one left. I told her I'd consider and needed to think it over and would call her in mind if I feel... Would call her in my mind if I feel that even though it's heartbreaking that she has to consider who will care. For her children, sorry, this is weirdly written, who will care for her children when she's dead so soon, but I'm not sold and I don't want to jump in with full custody of 3 children who I haven't seen in 2 years. Okay, I think what that last paragraph is saying is that OP is unsure whether or not they want to take care of the kids even after they lose both parents.
I mean, think about it. That's just a lot.
I think
that was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Everything.
What we know right now is that OP lost their husband, and now they have their stepkids who don't know where they're going to after they lose their mother in the near future.
Yeah, and they're still sounds like they're pretty young.
Yeah, I think the kids are now 10, and 14, which we're about to get some additional information.
I feel bad for these kids.
I feel so bad for these kids.
That's the moral of the story right here.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily OP's responsibility to take them in, but it sucks for the kids.
Yeah. I mean, you have your own life to think about.
Yeah.
But you want to be a good person.
Yeah. It's like we have this thing where OPs can be the angel or they're just kind of a human. And so if they were the angel, they could take in the kids, but they don't have to be the angel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any problem of, taking custody of the kids and all that. I'm kind of worried about it and trying to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
That's a tough decision.
Yeah.
That's a tough choice.
Yeah.
So
it's wait, can you scroll up on the where was it? Oh wait, no, down. TD Jesse says, what an impossible position to be in. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's just
But there are some additional information.
Oh, there's more. There's more. Okay, great. Great.
For people who thought it was relevant, we were married for 5 years and together for 6. The kids are now, as we said, 10, and 14. No, we never got around to having kids of our own, and I still don't have any. Their mother never remarried. I do passively for myself, but could reasonably support the 3 of them, provided we all make sacrifices and their mother or the state helps supplement the income, either with her life insurance or some type of aid. The biggest issue I have with myself being the a-hole is the commitment. These are little people who my husband loved dearly, but at the same time, I barely know. I always thought I was a decent person, but my extreme hesitation makes me think otherwise. And there is an update 1 month later to finish the story off.
So this is the question of not the a-hole, but like angel or not. Like be the angel.
I don't think anyone would be the a-hole here.
There is no a-hole here.
Yeah,
it's just a really bad predicament.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Yeah, I'm just like wondering what else they could do if OP doesn't, because they said that the sister is not a possibility, and the parents are too old to take them in. So I'm wondering if the only other solution, if OP doesn't take them in, is do they go in like the foster care?
Child services, adoption.
Yeah.
But
which is hard because they're all older.
I feel like there's always another option.
Yeah.
Not just it's you or them.
Yeah.
There has to be another option, right?
There's got to be. I would hope there's another option. Or maybe just like even if those, even if the grandparents are older, I mean, I feel like they're 10 and 14. They don't necessarily need as much like care as a baby would.
At least something where you have some adult lead or some guidance.
Yeah. And TLDR, basically OP's husband passed away, and then OP's husband's ex is terminally ill, and so they're trying to figure out where their stepkids should go, and they've been asked to adopt them. And so they're reckoning with that really big responsibility and decision.
And real quick, we have a lot of gifted memberships in the chat.
That happened so quickly. Matt Hattergal, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships twice.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wait, I think it happened
times 2?
Wait, what?
Maybe.
Was it
I think it happened 3 times.
Three
times.
Matt Hattergal, you're the angel of this chat, of this whole stream right now.
You.
YouTube says it happened 3 times, but the thing that I'm on, it doesn't. I will look into this.
Whether it be 2 or 3,
double it and give it to the
amazing.
next person.
Yeah, keep it coming. Wait, I'm gonna read the update and then we'll get into the donations.
Okay.
But Elias Magic says, speaking as someone who took in my nephews after my brother died, do not let yourself be pressured into this. It is incredibly difficult and will change. Where is it? Will change everything about your life. Yeah, I think if OP is not fully ready for that responsibility, then.
No,
it's not. I mean, it would hurt the kids more than it would.
100%. I think that would lead them down even a worse path.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready, then they're not ready. And it's just a lot of not ready.
It's just a whole lot of not ready. But let's get into this update. And the verdict was no assholes here. I mean, a-holes here.
Whoa!
Come on. I just briefed Keon that we weren't supposed to swear, and then I'm my bad. Update. I want to thank everyone for their condolences for my husband and the life he lost. I wasn't sure if it was my right to update this, as I'm sure I made a decision most people would think me awful for. But at this point, it's more of a releasing of feelings off my chest. As you know, my husband's ex is ill, and I still feel for her greatly with much sympathy and will pray for her and her children. But it's been a very long time since I was in any way a parent to them, even as a stepmother. Most of their care went to my husband. I just don't feel I could properly care for them and myself in my life. I told her this, and I feel awful that I made her react the way she did, crying and coughing. Oh, There was so much guilt. I felt it was awful. But I think I have always known my decision that I wasn't going to take in the children. I just didn't want to acknowledge it because it made me feel awful. I wish I could tell you where she decided they're going, but after our meeting where I told her my decision, it's been radio silence. As much as I would like to say they're going to people who are perfect and they'll be fine, I don't know, as their mother doesn't owe me an explanation. But I do wish them and her the best, and in the best case scenario, I pray for her health. Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. I'm glad that the Dragon Mama says, I'm glad that they're putting a lot of thought into this decision, which I think I'm glad that they didn't just say no or yes.
No. You thought about it and it seems like there was a lot of pressure and a lot of guilt.
So much guilt. I mean, they had this person who's terminally ill saying, please take in my children. And then the reaction to the no was like this, just
But let's be realistic.
Yeah.
It's not just one.
3 children.
2, it's 3 kids.
3 kids.
And 1 is a teenager already.
Yeah.
2 are gonna be teenagers soon. That's just a lot.
And it's also, I mean, like, you also have to deal with them probably not wanting to necessarily, like, see OP as a parent figure. And there might be, like, you know, just them pushing back against it and having to deal with these, like, moody teenagers who have gone through unimaginable trauma of losing both.
Too much.
Yeah. And you have to also deal with maybe getting them to therapy. And so that's an added expense as well.
It just keeps layering. But also, do the kids get a choice?
Yeah. Do they even want to?
We never got, what did the kids want to do?
Yeah.
What did they think?
Did they even say, like, oh, we want to stay with our stepmother? Or is it,
I mean, yes, some of them are too young maybe to make the decision. But I think the 14-year-old.
I mean, I think 10 and 14 are... I mean, they're conscious.
They can definitely make a decision, but sometimes it's just like a short run or
like what is
the long
best
run
for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think OP is.
I don't think OP's the a-hole.
No, I don't think there's any a-hole here. It's just a really bad circumstance and a case of really bad luck.
Yeah. Agreed.
Just a series of unfortunate events.
Yes, but not as fun to watch as the show.
No.
That show's not fun to watch.
What? I love that show.
It's so sad.
The snake room or the reptile room, just changing the pace of really sad to like, oh, that was really cool.
That was great. Yeah, that was a great show. Wordsmith Hammer says, I'm glad OP made the right choice. If you have any doubts, you should think harder and turn away. If you take on something so huge and you're not able to handle it, everyone gets damaged. Yeah. Agree. But we have another story, and hopefully it's a little bit less sad.
I really hope so. This pigeon is helping me out so much right now.
There was one stream where all of our stories were super positive.
Why should it all be negative?
Yeah, it's always a hit or miss. And I picked the stories, so it's my fault.
Thanks, Sophia. Really appreciate this Monday story time.
Yeah, just adding to the Monday vibes. Am I reading the next one?
Yeah, we'll read these donos real quick.
Ooh, okay. Niall4, thank you for the 646. Hi, I've been listening since 2019. I wasn't even here then. Wow. Got work in the morning. What? Where were you?
I thought you said born for a second. I was like, oh my gosh.
I wasn't even born. I was born yesterday, Riley. I got into work. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that was so quick.
Wow, okay. We'll
yeah.
Okay.
Got work in the morning, so might have to leave stream soon, but have a fun stream. Thank you. Shadow Pumpkin, thank you for celebrating 4 months of membership. Hello, Mr. Guest and OK Gang. Oh, that's nice. Little heart emoji. Can you scroll up, Riley?
Oh, yes. Oh, wait. Also, put in when you joined the OK Storytime train or the OKOP gang.
Yeah.
Thanks, Riley.
Please do.
Yeah.
Isn't he so handsome?
Just look at him.
Everyone's saying you're the Riley 2.0.
I'm the 1.0. I'm the original Riley, guys.
Like, okay, I'll take 2.0. You can have 1.0, but I got 3.0 right here beside me.
Yeah, you're all variants of Riley. This is the Riley multiverse.
I think if you can combine all of us. Yeah.
You just won Riley.
Yeah, stashes in the chat. Yeah.
Can someone send me a fake mustache? Because I'm feeling a little inadequate.
We'll get everyone in the stream. That'll be good.
Anthony said that I should. Mad Hattergal, thank you for. Oh, wait, I already said that, but again, thank you for those gifted memberships.
I mean, how many times? 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times. So maybe. I gotta say thank you. 2 times for sure.
Yeah, at least twice.
Yeah. Stoke Nation, thank you for celebrating 3 months of membership. 3 months flies. Love y'all, and I'm so happy to be part of this community. Blessings to you and your worms. Thank you.
Oh my God, look at that. That wasn't even like we didn't even rehearse that. That was just.
We didn't even. We just did it. Did you also do a heart?
I did a heart.
No, he did. He did the
millennial heart.
The millennial heart. Oh, because I'm a millennial.
Pathetic.
Sorry, better. This is the better heart, guys.
This is the new heart. Yeah. And then
that doesn't even look like a heart.
Oh, I love that one. That one's the best.
That looks like this. Yeah, this is the best one.
Yeah.
Sophia, that looks like the Superman logo.
What, this?
Yeah.
I can't even.
Everyone says they need a Riley day. Well, guess what, everyone? You got it.
Yeah, everyone puts on mustaches and we all pretend to be Riley. Josephine Modolo, thank you for the $5 tip.
Thank you.
Yay, stream time. Love y'all. Woo. Even when you're late. Ignore anyone who's being rude and giving you a hard time. We appreciate you.
The
Thanks,
lateness was on me, guys. Sorry.
No, we have, because we are bringing on new guests. We're we're just we're fluctuating, guys. We're fluctuating.
Well,
it's
definitely it's the guest's fault.
It's totally the guest's fault, and not at all my fault.
I'm Filipino. If you guys know, everyone Filipino in the chat, you know how late we are.
Yeah.
We're always late. No, that's a thing.
Really?
It's a thing, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I must not have a lot
it's like,
of
we have a
Filipino
party
friends.
at 7. People will show up the next day. It's a thing. I'm not kidding.
At 7 or before 7 the next day?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't read the whole thing. Like the stream, I'll bonk you on the head. I'm watching. Anyways, everyone, spread love in the chat, not hate. It's time for love now. Matt Hattergo. Oh, we do.
Again.
We have another 10.
See, is that 3 or 4 now?
30.
That may
It's
be
30.
3 or 4.
So we have to
It's
say
30?
It's 30.
Okay. Sammy, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Everyone in the chat who just got gifted a membership by either Sam E or Matt Hattergal, say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then
You're
then
amazing.
do like the little thank you prayer hands.
Oh, that.
Thank you. It's Brittany Beach. Thank you for the $5. I've been loving all the guests lately. I hope you guys are able to read my story today. If not, I'm just happy to see you guys and listen to stories. I have been pulling more stories from the subreddit, so
Go.
perhaps it'll be there.
All the donos.
All right, let's get into this
Thank you.
next story.
A little bit happier,
Yep.
please.
Maybe a little bit happier.
Just a little bit.
Go ahead.
My boyfriend's friend brought a woman to their hotel room, so I broke up with him. My boyfriend went on a business trip to New York City.
End of story. That was just end of story.
That's the whole
That's
story.
Yeah.
I broke up with him. There was a bit of a mix-up, and he ended up staying the weekend there. His employer paid for his hotel stay, so I told him to go out and explore New York while he was there and not just be locked up in his hotel room. Well, it happens that he said he had a longtime friend that lived about an hour away, and he called his friend up so they could grab lunch and a few drinks. By the way, this comes from Jumper Cables on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. Ooh. Here comes Friday. And his friend and him go get lunch, and then he lets me know they're going to grab drinks. This is all great.
Communication.
Yeah.
Key.
I said, cool, have fun and enjoy. I might add, we both share our location. So throughout the night, he keeps me updated, snaps me a few videos and pics. I was actually happy he was out enjoying since he works a lot, and he's not really someone that goes out to bars or clubs. Come about 6 a.m., and I woke up, checked to see if I had any messages or calls from him since I had told him to let me know when he got back safe to this hotel. And there was no messages. Nothing. I checked his location, and it still showed he was at the club they went for drinks at, but the location wouldn't update. I think he turned it off. I think he's disabled his location.
No, it was just no reception.
It was just a glitch.
Oh, sorry, babe.
No reception.
Sorry, babe. There was no reception. It was just really crowded in the bar.
The hotel, it broke down. I don't know much about how if the time remains the same and doesn't say live, it's because or if it's because their phone died or the time it shows is where the last location was at, I'm guessing. Well, I called and his phone was sending me straight to voicemail. Okay, well, we don't know where OP is because if they're in, maybe they live in New York because I was going to say maybe there's a time difference.
I think there has to be a time difference because he's visiting New York or he's in New York.
Yeah, so if OP's in it's like 6 a.m., it's probably later. Unless they also live in New York.
Or earlier.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't even think about that. Well, I called and his phone was sending me straight to voicemail. I started thinking the worst and thought maybe something bad happened since he's the type to always text me back and call me. I was stressed and couldn't sleep. 9 a.m. comes around and I finally get a text back from him saying he was finally at his hotel room. Whoa. And by this point, I was relieved and just told him I'm glad he got back safe and that I love him and I was going to get some sleep.
Oh, OP.
Oh my God. Did OP stay up all night? No. Okay. They woke up at 6 a.m. and then stayed awake until 9 and then went back to sleep. That's what it seems. But it seems like the boyfriend was out until 9 a.m. at these clubs. And
New
clubs close at... When did clubs close?
So if you don't really
in my experience, clubs close at a certain time.
Usually they close at 2.
Yeah.
Usually.
And it's 9 a.m. 4 in New York? It's
so
9
not 9 a.m.
So what happened between 4 and 9? That's what I want to know. We actually have conspiracy theory. We have a thing called conspiracy theory. Do you have any conspiracy theories about what happened from 4 to 9?
You know, he just went home. He made some breakfast. Was building a Lego set.
Yeah, that's what would happen if it was a perfect world, but it's not.
No.
It's on Reddit.
Cheating.
This is Reddit. I just had to make it really nice.
Yeah, you just had to bring up the vibes.
I'm still grieving from the first story.
Several minutes later, I get another message from him saying how his friend had brought back a girl from the club and he could hear them effing.
Whoa, wait.
That's a vibe switch up.
Spicy.
Oh my goodness. At this point, I'm like, WTH. And a lot of things are running through my head. Like, is he also seeing them or is he joining them because it was his hotel room? Not sure why he even said aloud his married... What? Not sure why he was... he even allowed his married friend to take a female back to his hotel room and not make them get their own room.
Wait, what?
Okay, so OP's saying she's not sure why he even allowed his married friend to bring a woman back to his hotel room. So he let his friend stay in his hotel room, and then they went out clubbing, and his friend brought a woman back. And she's like, but he's married. What's going on there? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He should be holding his friends accountable. And also, I think that if unless they have like 2 rooms in this hotel... I think if someone was having spicy sleep in the same room, I'd be like, stop that.
There's some...
Hey, knock it off.
There's some holes in this story.
There's some holes in this story, and I don't trust this man.
Yeah, this man is...
Yeah.
Not it.
Not it. So at this point, I'm livid and also disappointed that my boyfriend is the kind of friend to not tell his friend that what he's doing isn't right. So at this point, I'm also straight overthinking if he also brought a female too. To which he reassured me he didn't and how he's faithful and how he would never do that to me. We have both been cheated on in our past relationships and he knows I don't and will not put up with that. I end up falling asleep and he wakes me up several hours later with a FaceTime call and his friend is still there with the female on the couch. My question is, am I wrong for getting upset or overthinking? I had no problem with him going out, but the thing is what happened after with his friend bringing that female. Don't love this. He says I shouldn't worry about what others do and only worry about what he does. But at this point, I don't even know what to think. I always tell him, don't do what you wouldn't want done to you. I also told him I hate this feeling of uncertainty, and it was best to just break it off for my own sake and sanity. I asked him if he would also believe me or not, get upset if things were the other way around. And he says he trusts me. And there are some relevant comments and a little bit left of this story. But do you think that he's telling the truth? Or do you think that it matters whether or not he's telling the truth?
Oh, man.
Because I think that OP just kind of broke up with him. I think that's what she said. I think she said, I want to break this off.
I mean, especially if you have a history
yeah.
where it's kind of just like trust is already... I don't think did they cheat on each other? I
think that OP says that they just don't allow, like they don't stand for that kind of behavior.
Yeah, that's very fair. Especially if you've had a...
Oh, they've both been cheated on in past relationships.
Yeah.
So they have experience. Yeah, I think it doesn't really matter whether or not he was participating or brought another woman, just because I think if I had a partner who told me that they were just kind of chill with their friend cheating and they didn't...
Not a good look.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, so you're okay with that?
Especially was it in the same room?
It was the same. It seems, we don't know. He said that he brought his friend back to his hotel room, and that's all we know. Unless they had like separate rooms with a door.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Getting really weird.
Yeah.
It's just, especially with not texting back or...
Yeah. From 4 a.m. to 9 a.m.
It's not hard to text somebody back.
No.
Especially if this is the person you like, I love you and I wanted to text you. And
especially if you have that rapport of like always, saying like, I'm home or blah, blah, blah. And I think there are times when you sometimes forget to text or you're like, I'm so sorry.
Or your phone legit died.
Or your phone dies.
That's
but
okay.
This is all pretty highly suspect.
Very suspect.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there a way we could do a poll, Riley? And I'll read that comment after. Would you break up with this man?
Break up or not?
Break up or nah?
Break up or not?
Storm Kitty says, I think that even if he's telling the truth, the way he didn't call out his friend is a huge red flag.
Very, very.
I agree.
Big red flag.
Icky.
Especially if you're like really talking about it a lot. You're like, oh, my friend came over and brought a girl over. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Isn't that so funny?
And then she's like, hey, isn't your friend married? And he's like,
he's
him.
just that guy,
That's just what he does. He's crazy.
And that's a friend in your life. That's kind of.
Yeah, you are who you surround yourself with. And
Ooh, facts.
Yeah. And also, if you're surrounding yourself
thanks, Benji.
with people who are having spicy sleep in the same room, it's also not a good look.
Yeah.
Can you scroll up a little bit, Riley? Thank you. Where is it? The Dragon Mama says OP should talk to the wife about if they're open. If they aren't, then tell her. Yeah, because they don't. They don't know about the relationship.
That's another factor. There's another factor into this. Yeah.
I think he should just look into it a little bit more because he seems.
Bring a therapist into this too.
Yeah. He's like, hey, he's talking to his friend. He's like, hey, I just wanted to chat with you. I brought my therapist with me just to oversee this conversation as a neutral third party. Yeah, I think that's what he should do. But there's a little bit more to this story.
Yeah. Oh, there is more.
There's a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
I think there's a lot of it.
There's just a little bit. There's some relevant comments though. So let's get into those. Sheba1638 says it's a red flag he doesn't hold his friends accountable. I think we're all on the same page about this.
That's just common sense.
That's just true.
If anyone was defending that,
you're
a red flag. You are a red flag.
It's also an even bigger red flag if he helps his friends cheat and doesn't inform the married partner. Cheating is selfish and it's also a health risk, STDs, with no regard to the well-being of the one being cheated on. If he condones that, he does not have good morals.
Yeah, wait, especially since he got
cheated on, so he knows how it feels, and then he's like,
He's like, Friday nights,
yeah,
New
he's
York.
like, you know how the club gets.
What happens in New York stays in New York.
He's like, the clubs stay open till 4 a.m.
He's probably having like a bacon, egg, and cheese while they're in the room.
He's like, wow.
New York.
New York. Full of surprises. I think you made the right choice. Even if he didn't cheat, he could have texted you saying he'd be out really late. But it's sketchy your calls went to voicemail and he never really explained it or apologized. I would have been so worried. I wouldn't want someone to put me through that. And then OP responds, he did say the club was closing at 5 a.m. We've already established that they close at 4 a.m.
Maybe it's one of those like really high.
Anthony wouldn't lie to me.
Can we get a fact check on that?
Can we fact check? What club closes the latest in New York?
It never sleeps.
It never sleeps. Maybe they have like an hour in between. Like there's a club that closes at 4, but then it opens again at 5.
Yeah, that's still not defending the guy.
Yeah,
it's just,
there's still. I'm just
Whenever we go to New York.
Yeah, whenever we go to New York, we'll fact check that. And he said his phone has died. And he said his phone has died. Hence the calls going to voicemail. When I asked why he got to the hotel room at 9 a.m., he said they had gone to an after party. I completely agree to the STD health risk. That's what I'm most afraid of getting. And then, by the way, you can join us live at 3 p.m. PST every weekday. Just tap our profile. That's our little CTA that we do.
Wow, that was a roller coaster of emotions right there.
You're going to have to do that when you read the story. So prep yourself.
When I read the story?
Are you reading a story? He's not reading a story.
I'm not reading a story.
Today,
lied. At least.
Yeah, today. But yeah, okay, there's a little bit left. Let's finish this off. Opie says, deep down, something tells me he's not lying, but I guess it's just the feeling of not knowing. We have been together for 10 months, and he had never made me question him or his actions before. He's been messaging me all weekend how it hurts him that I don't believe him, and how I think badly about him like that. I seriously thought I would one day marry this man. Am I the a-hole for breaking it off with him for my own peace? I want to add, I don't know his friend or the wife, but how I would definitely want to tell her what her husband did. I'm a girl's girl, and I would definitely want someone to tell me if I was in her shoes. Yeah. We still don't know whether or not they're in the same room.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important piece of information. But regardless, I think this relationship is maybe over.
Oh man.
Yeah.
10 months, it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Especially
but I
with
think
your
that
history.
Sorry?
The history of like being cheated on and
yeah. I do think that 10 months is around when you start like getting like the real meat of the person.
It's past the,
yeah,
puppy
like
love.
being, yeah, just kind of like the facade you put on. not necessarily the facade, but like you're putting your best foot forward.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Your fake self.
What facade?
No, like you put your best foot forward, and then once you really get into the relationship, you learn more about them.
Is OP an a-hole?
For breaking up with him? I don't think so.
I don't think you are. No, but
I think he's the a-hole, the boyfriend.
I don't think anyone. I mean, he's definitely got red flags.
Yeah, but the friend's the a-hole.
The friend's the a-hole.
The friend's the a-hole. I think
for sure.
I think the boyfriend is the a-hole, whether or not he cheated, because he's allowing this behavior.
It was just like you missed a lot of things.
Yeah,
like, it was like okay, I didn't text you. I went back home late.
The texting, I'm not honestly as mad about. I think, it depends on their relationship and their,
there's a lot of things that we don't know, like how their relationship is.
Yeah.
It's just communication and trust, and a lot of it here was broken.
Yeah. I think maybe they could try and talk it out, but it seems like OP doesn't like.
I was gonna say, once it's implanted in your head of
I want to break up,
or what if, or all that, it just kind of eats at you. And
and even if they had if OP had said, okay, let's move forward, if it seems like it's
still going to be there.
Yeah,
it's still going to be there.
And if that's causing resentment, then
or just trust issues, and especially if you already have a history of it.
Yeah,
OP, you're not an a-hole.
You're not an a-hole, OP. Move on. Go to a club in New York. Find yourself a new man. There's tons.
Maybe not New York. I think New York is moral of the story. Don't go to New York.
Go to a club at New York at 4 a.m. Stay there till 5 a.m. Go to an after party. You'll find yourself a new man. That's the lesson. That's the moral of the story.
Wow.
No, that was a really terrible moral.
What are you talking about?
Just OP, go do some time for yourself. Go to a spa.
Oh yeah, that's a good moral. Go to a spa. Go to Wee Spa.
Go to Wee Spa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wee Spa.
Shout out Wee Spa. But there are some donations that are not horrible. So let's read them. Sammy, thank you for the $10 tip. I got my hat today. Okay, storytime hat? That's so exciting. Wait, there's a little bit more of that. Oh. Can I read that? Okay, wearing it as I deliver mail on packages. Yes! Only 2 more days till I be on vacation. You got this. You're so close. Ooh. And then you can sit on the beach and wear your hat. I don't know.
Yeah, where are they going for vacation?
I actually don't know if you're close to a beach, but if you're close to a beach, happy vacation. Have a good one. Wordsmith's Hammer, thank you for the $10 tip.
Thank you.
Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the $10 tip. Would the OK Storytime community want a story about cake, grudges, and malicious compliance? You know we would.
Sounds like another day that ends in Y.
Yeah. What?
Another day that ends in Y.
Oh. As in, every day of the week we want that?
Yes.
Okay.
She caught on.
I got it. But let's get into this next story. I feel like we're progressively getting away from the tragedy of the first story.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. All right, you ready, Anthony?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Do you want to pop it on? Okay, perfect. I refuse to force my fiance to change his best man, even though his best man bullied my brother. You should stand up for your brother, because who else will? No?
Nice.
Maybe. My fiance and Jack were next door neighbors, but my fiance attended a private school, so didn't go to the same school as us. They've been best friends all growing up, and I met my fiance when we both worked at a restaurant, and we've been dating for 4 years. By the way, this comes from Am I the A-hole wedding on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, my family have met my fiance, including my brother, and they all love him. Okay. That much that my brother, fiance, and dad went on a guy's fishing trip pre-COVID. Oh, they really love each other.
Yeah, fishing.
Fishing. I've also met Jack, which was a bit of a shock initially, as I knew he was really mean to my brother growing up. Especially with him being really nice to me. I still am not keen on him for what he put my brother through, but I respect the bond he has with my fiance because they are literally like brothers and are incredibly close. The problem. After the engagement, we were talking about the bridesmaids and groomsmen, and fiance was adamant that when we got married, Jack must be by his side. Jack was by him throughout the really challenging times of his life, and that it is non-negotiable whether he is best man or not. I made an attempt to speak to my brother privately about Jack being best man and offer him the joint role with my dad to walk me down the aisle so he could really be included, but he accidentally found out before I could speak to him about my mom. Before I could speak to him after my mom mentioned it. That's the worst way to find out.
Makes more sense there.
He then went mental at me for even thinking that he would show up to a wedding if Jack was there, and also thinking he would accept a pity position of walking me down the aisle, especially since Jack is getting a special role all to himself. He is now refusing to even talk about possible solutions with me if any of them include Jack. I honestly didn't realize that Jack would be that much of a problem because they both had attended my fiance's birthday party a few years back. Am I the a-hole if I refuse to make my fiance change his best man? And there is a quick edit. OP says, my fiance, brother, and Jack's ages are 24/25. The bullying happened when they were about 10 to 14 years old, and the bullying was largely name-calling and excluding my brother from playing with them. And there are some relevant comments and an update, but right now, what's your lay of the land? What's your thoughts on the matter?
It depends on how. Did you talk to your brother? And because it seems like everyone's really cool with Jack.
Yeah. I think
don't know.
I think that if I were approaching this situation and I knew that Jack had bullied my brother in the past, I would, even before this came out, like even before the best man situation came up, if that was a person that was important to my partner, I'd be like, you need to make sure he apologizes to my brother.
Yeah.
You need to make sure they're cool because he's going to be in my life and presumably Jack's going to be in your life. So I feel like we want them to at least be amicable, if not like buddy-buddy.
I don't know, because growing up personally, I mean, that was kind of the relationship I had with some friends too. Like we look back on it, like, it was just us being guys, but it's like, oh wow, that was really intense bullying.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's not forgive and forget, but we like, oh, they apologize and we love you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I never took it to heart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the only thing is that,
like, how was the bullying? I feel like I need more really context on the bullying.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, we don't know enough about Jack's experience with the bullying. We only know what OP is telling us, and maybe not Jack's, her brother's experience with the bullying. And maybe the brother hasn't been fully, hasn't given all of the information about it. I think if it was really bad bullying, I can see the brother not wanting to be involved.
Yeah, if I was really
traumatized by that,
or I really didn't like the guy.
And I think we also need to know if Jack's apologized.
Yeah, too.
I think that's a really important factor. Because if he hasn't even made any attempts to say like, oh my God, I'm sorry for how I treated you when we were 14, then it's kind of like everyone's just expecting the brother to forget it without any actionable efforts to move on,
Yeah. I don't think OP is an a-hole though.
Yeah.
You're trying to, you saw your brother and I guess have a bad relationship with this guy, or not the best relationship with this guy, and you just want what's best for him and best for everybody, and Jack may have had a bad past. Maybe he's a changed person too.
Yeah. But I feel like we get a lot of, and we'll go on to the relevant comments in a second, but I feel like we get a lot of stories where people say like, they're talking about bullies and they're like, oh, they're changed now, but we don't actually see them trying to make an effort to, apologize if they're still in that person that they bullied's lives, or if they're like coming back into their lives. Yeah. So I think that's what I need to know.
Yeah. And sometimes it's also, it's that person's wants and wishes, and that's what they want. They want that person there. Are they being forced?
Yeah.
Are they being coerced? We don't.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna read some of. Sorry,
I don't think OP's an a-hole.
Yeah,
I think they're really caring.
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure this situation out, and I think right now they're okay.
Yeah, it's never too late to apologize, but
it
just depends on what you're apologizing for.
Yeah, I think they have to have everyone hash it out before they go forward.
Yeah.
Foxy Mulder says, exactly, like, I know people can change, but he should apologize.
Yeah.
And Shy Little Rider says, depends on the bullying. I was bullied similarly around the same age, and it really impacted me. A few years later, a friend became friends with my bully, and we had to interact. She was more chill then. And Perlo says, Jack should make an effort and try to talk to the brother and apologize. Yeah. That's what.
Talk it
that's
out.
what I
concur.
need. You concur?
You concur.
All right.
I feel like 10 to 14, you're in like middle school, you know? That's a young...
You don't know what's right, and I mean, you know what's right and wrong, but you don't know.
True.
Yeah. What are you saying, Riley?
Riley was saying that I sub because I sub in schools.
Oh,
And
so
these
you see
kids
the,
are, they're not going to be the same person they are when they're 24.
No.
Yeah.
Am I the same?
Not even close.
Are any of us really the same kid they were 10, 15 years
But
ago?
I'm more curious. I'm more curious about this walking down the aisle thing. What's the deal with that little offer?
Yeah, I think that OP was saying that because the fiance is gonna use or have Jack be the best man, she's offering her brother the position to walk her down the aisle because it doesn't seem like he would have a place in. I don't know why he couldn't be in the one of the groomsmen unless he doesn't really want to be because Jack's there.
I don't know.
Let's get into these relevant comments.
I was gonna say, do we know if anyone else really doesn't like?
Yeah, is
Jack?
Is it just the brother? What? Yeah, I need to know more information. Yeah. But let's get into these relevant comments and see if we find out anything more. Deleted says, have you talked to your fiance about the fact that Jack bullied your brother, and what was his response? OP says, after I realized that my fiance and Jack were best friends, we had a massive conversation about it and what Jack had done to my brother. My fiance didn't justify what Jack had done, and they spoke about it themselves, and Jack assured my fiance that he's not like that anymore and has grown up. I'm still not overly friendly with Jack, but he has said to me if my brother is willing to talk to him, he's willing to apologize for everything. Okay. My brother has refused him on all social media or communications, hence why I'm having to be the relayer of information. And then Shall We Skate says, all right, so your fiance knew, but if Jack is truly changed as he insisted, was there any conversation about making amends to your brother, which we kind of learned there was. You all will be family and Jack is his best friend, and there was no talk about how your brother will react. Seems like you were hoping that there would always be some distance between you, your brother, and Jack. In hindsight, it seems so horribly naive. Without Jack apologizing, I don't know what your fiance's apology is going to mean. Sorry you were bullied by Jack, but he's my best friend, and I want him as my best man in the wedding to your sister. Sounds like you two want to sweep this under the rug and have your brother squash down his feelings for the sake of attending this wedding. I really hope this isn't the case. And OP says, honestly, I thought that the distance between them was fine. Definitely naive of me. I know, and you can all shout at me for that because I accept that. They had been around each other before for my fiance's birthday parties, so I assumed that giving my brother an important role would be okay. But honestly, it's not. I've honestly been really oblivious to the entire thing and now trying to find a solution. And there is an update and some relevant comments to finish the story off. But can we do a poll? Are you
perhaps?
Maybe.
I think I know how to do that.
While you're setting it up, and
just
the
click
poll,
buttons.
I'm thinking. Actually, what should the poll be? Kick Jack out of the wedding. Get him out of the wedding. Should Jack be in the wedding or not? Josephine Madola says, what the F is that comment about Jack said he would apologize, but the bro refuses. And then Jenny Oldman PA says, why is the fiance making out that he matters more than your brother? Oh, wait, can you scroll up on the comments, Riley? A little bit. Thank you. I understand it's his wedding too, but if it's traumatic, oh no. If it was traumatic bullying, then they need to discuss it. He needs to apologize, and he needs to make the effort. Your brother's feelings matter too. You could actually lose your brother through this, as he will feel that that Jack matters more to you than your brother. Yeah.
Blood is that's blood actually.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah. I think OP just kind of thought it would be fine and didn't really like kind of glossed over her brother's feelings and only realized the extent of his kind of anger at Jack when she got that reaction.
Yeah.
Like after he found out that Jack was going to be in the wedding. And so now she's realizing that she's going to actually have to like
really
find a way to fix this. Because before it was just like, oh, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. They were at like other events together.
They seemed like not necessarily cordial, but
I think it's also kind of different when you're at just a random wedding and you see a bully there versus having to be in a wedding party with someone.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
For your sister.
Yeah, that's just really awkward.
Yeah. Pam Sweeney says, depends. I think brother is somewhat at fault since he refuses to meet with Jack. It also depends on the depth of the bullying. Yeah. If it was like name calling and stuff, I don't know. It really depends.
It doesn't defend bullying. Bullying is bad nonetheless.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Like Anthony said, when we were kids, I mean, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. When do you allow someone to change?
Yeah.
I think that if Jack had been like not even trying to apologize at all, that would be a different story. But I think because we do know that Jack has been trying to like fully apologize and have a conversation with OP's brother, I think that there's not much else he could do.
Jack is willing to, take the whole brunt and like, hey, I'm sorry, but the brother doesn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street.
You have to let, like, I don't think the brother has to necessarily like Jack.
No.
Or even really forgive him. I think just maybe hearing him out for his sister's sake.
This is a wedding. You're supposed to have fun. Of course, there's gonna be some family drama or something. Not every wedding is perfect.
Yeah.
But if this is really affecting the wedding for everybody, I don't know.
Yeah. You have to make. Are there certain concessions that you have to make?
Yeah. What sacrifices are you making
for your siblings?
I guess like it's one day and it's not about you. You know.
Yeah.
It's like not your moment.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, it's one thing to like have to deal with somebody who's bullied you, but at the same time, you don't give that person an opportunity to apologize.
Yeah.
I
think you don't
set aside
don't
like
even
some
have to
sort
them.
of ego for somebody else on their day.
Yeah.
Like, you can get through a day.
Yeah.
I also believe in second chances.
Yeah. Josephine Madola Berqui says, I wouldn't forgive my bullies, but I wouldn't do that crap to my sister. I don't understand how the brother is willing to just not even be there for his sister. And could you actually scroll up to the one that says ESH a little bit further up? Yeah, sorry. A little bit more. Somewhere. There we go. Radish says, I think that everyone sucks here. OP should have been on top of this from the start of the relationship. Bullying sucks. Beyonce sucks for acting like Jack is more important to actual family. And bro for not trying. Yeah, I think I see all of those things.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
This should have been...
It should have been addressed way sooner. It shouldn't have been coming from the mother. It seems like OP just kind of... Again, it seems like OP was just like, oh, it'll be fine. And didn't
necessarily
proactively say, hey, your brother, this is going to happen. Are you okay with that? Is there any way, like, could you have a conversation
What
with
if he said, like, yeah, sure. And then it's a week before the wedding. No, I don't think.
At that point, it's on him.
We also have to remember that OP's info about this got leaked by her mom.
Yes.
Which is like an important sort of factor.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying that I think that she didn't necessarily think it was got to be that big of a deal. So it doesn't seem like she was bringing it up as soon as she should. But there is a little bit more to this story. There's an update.
Ooh.
Let's get into it.
Oh.
Hi, Reddit. Some of you wanted a bit of an update, so here I am. Sorry that it's really long and sporadic, but my mind still isn't clear. After the post, I also reached out to my mom and dad, begging them to let me speak to my brother, or at least ask him if he would be okay with me being there and listening to why he didn't feel comfortable with Jack, the bully, in the wedding. I promised that I would listen to anything he had to say without hesitation, and that I needed to make him a priority. My brother agreed to it as long as I agreed to stay silent throughout and not speak back. We met up about a week after my post at home with my mom and dad there as witnesses and to help enforce my not speaking rule. Sum it up, my brother was upset that he was going to be replaced by Jack at the wedding, which is kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
He probably thought he was going to be the best man. and thought that this time fiance would have chosen him over Jack for the best man. The bullying when he was younger was usually due to Jack being more athletic than my brother, or smarter than my brother, or funnier and more well-liked than my brother. It really hurt my brother that Jack came back into his life. And again, it was like Jack was a better choice for best man than my brother. He was quite upset, and I ended up breaking my silence rule to say that I am incredibly sorry. And there are some relevant comments and a little bit, just a teensy bit left to the story.
It just seemed like your brother doesn't like Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that there was no indication of what he did as a bully.
Well, he said there was name calling, so maybe there was a name calling element to it that surrounded about him feeling like inadequate and stuff. But I mean, obviously, but like bullying sucks. And
again, not defending bullying at
not
all. Bullying is
all.
always bad, but
this
And how long was the bullying? She said it was like only like
they said they were around 10 to 14.
Yeah, not that
I don't know
long.
if it was between 10 to 14 like.
But there's like
years
that
wise.
age,
Is that a common thing just for the brother always to be best man, or does he have a relationship with fiance?
Yeah. I don't know.
Cuz
Does the brother have a relationship with the fiance?
yeah, like does
Yeah,
they
it's
have
I think that they said that they were the dad, the fiance, and the brother were all pretty close.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Jane Bucks fan says, I think this really affected his self-esteem. Radish says name calling can be horrible, especially at that age. Yeah.
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 But at the end of the day, it's the fiance's decision.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily his wedding,
but
it's your wedding altogether. I don't know.
This is true.
Is it for your brother? Is it for your fiance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they all need to. I'm glad that OP had the conversation with her brother. I think they need to have a conversation. I think the brother needs to talk to Jack just a little bit. Yeah. But let's read these relevant comments. Strong Bottle says, what did your brother say about Jack to your fiance? It honestly sounds like he wanted the best man position as a way to beat Jack. It sounds like he's gloating about getting Jack removed and is wanting to find a way to add to the superiority that he feels. Opie says he was calling himself important, manipulative, cheap, but the last string was when he was saying how he was a selfish C word. Since what he did was the opposite of selfish, it was just the last straw. Wait, what? Oh, her brother was calling himself that?
I think maybe somebody was calling her
the brother was
that.
calling Jack important, manipulative, cheap. Oh, self-important? I don't exactly know what Opie's saying there. I think she's saying the brother was like saying stuff about Jack.
How the turntables.
I think somebody maybe called the brother those things. Maybe in response.
Yeah. Data Slinger says, props to Jack for taking responsibility for being the author of the situation. Your brother seems unhealed from the past trauma and unhealthily fixated on his place in fiance's circle of friends. Has he had any therapy? And Opie says he's been in therapy before, but decided he wouldn't go back as he feels a lot better now. TBH, I was really uncomfortable about him asking to be best man. It was like rubbing salt on a wound, and I don't know if he just wants the validation from Beyonce or to one-up Jack now.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. I mean, the brother doesn't really... Yeah, I think you said it. The brother doesn't get to decide who the fiance's best man is.
It's not your wedding.
It's not your wedding. You can... I mean, Opie gave you a position, and then you got upset about the position that you got, but you don't get to decide which position you are.
OP literally told her brother,
you can walk me down the aisle.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal.
That's very sweet. And also said Jack is willing to apologize and talk to you, and you just neglected that.
Yeah. I think the brother needs to go back to therapy.
I think the brother seriously needs to have a talk with just Jack.
Yes. I think both of those things are true.
Does it defend Jack's doings in the past? No. But Jack is willing to make up for it.
I think Jack was an a-hole in the past, and he was 10 or 14, somewhere between 10 and 14, and now he is trying to make amends.
Yeah.
From what we know of the story.
Yeah. I think it's definitely I'm the best man.
Yeah.
I beat you, Jack.
Yeah. I think it would be shook it. I think it would be a completely different story if Jack was like still an a-hole and OP wasn't, standing up for her brother. That would be different. But in this story, Jack is seemingly changed, trying to apologize to the brother. The brother is still a part of the wedding. So, yeah.
New poll?
New poll.
What poll?
Same poll, but now we have...
Same poll, but we have more information.
Should Jack be in the wedding?
Should Jack be in the wedding? Wordsmith's Hammer says everyone sucks here for sure. Yeah, I think there's just a lot of... Everyone sucked at different points in this story.
Yeah. And the best way to figure it out is just talk. Just talk. What's the worst that's going to happen from talking?
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually,
hopefully not more name
there could be a lot, but...
But OP continues, my fiance and I spoke about the wedding and what my brother had said. There were none that would lead to both of us being truly happy. Oh, I think there were no solutions that would lead to both of us being truly happy. So for a few days, we tried to take a break from the stress. Jack came over to visit around this time and sensed something was really wrong. And he found out my brother was refusing to come to the wedding. Jack knew it was because of his presence and being the best man and decided to tell fiance that my family is his family and he wouldn't show up to the wedding, but celebrate with us before and after. He didn't want fiance to start our married life on the wrong foot, and he said that was his karma from being a bully.
Wow.
Okay, the fact that Jack is being the bigger person is kind of a sign that I think
the brother is the a-hole. The fact that the brother is just seeing everything and it's like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Like, no, if it doesn't go this way, not being a part of it. There's no rhyme or reason. Jack is the a-hole.
Yeah, forever and always.
That's such a big move to go from best man to not in the wedding. Voluntarily.
Because
you know what?
That is such a sacrifice.
Just to sacrifice that.
I think we've seen that Jack has changed.
I think
that decision is huge difference.
Crazy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Jack has grown, but the brother has not.
The brother hasn't grown. That sucks. I think he needs to go back to therapy. He said that he was done with it. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone's saying Jack has grown, and we have 90% are saying he should be in the wedding, which I agree. Oh, damn.
Wow.
It doesn't even. Yeah. Courtney Brady says Anthony not even at the wedding. I think he's saying I'm not even going to be at the wedding. He's going to come to the before and after, so he's not even going to be there at this
point. That's brutal. Yeah, imagine not having your best man.
Such a sacrifice.
Your best man there.
Yeah.
Now, I hope you realize that's going to lead down to more of a not I hate your brother kind of thing, but
there's going to be resentment.
Your brother kind of ruined our wedding because he didn't get his way.
Yeah.
Because it seemed, that's just.
No, the brother I think is being.
Brother's being selfish.
The brother is being selfish.
You're being a Tom Petty.
We ended up respecting Jack's choice, albeit my fiance was upset, but understood that Jack was trying to look out for him. We relayed that Jack was no longer in the wedding back to my immediate family, and my brother agreed to go. So things were fine for a while until we met up with my family again for the first time.
Oh, there's more.
Since the fallout. My brother ended up speaking to my fiance alone and started trashing Jack and asking if he could be the best man now since Jack got kicked out. Don't let this brother be the best man.
Bro.
I keep clicking that button by accident.
No, me too. I do that all the time. It's fine. No, but it's true. The brother is a red flag. I'm sorry. The fact that he got his way, the fact that he finally got his way, and then is saying, "Oh, well, now I could be your best man, right?" He's just assuming that he was up for the best man position.
Do you not understand?
Yeah.
What you're like? Do you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, you made all these sacrifices for your wedding.
Yeah.
Your best man is now gone.
I hear the
now
position's
I'm the best
open.
man. Yeah,
that's how it works.
I hear there's a job opening.
There's
a job opening to be your best man. Yeah. We're cool, right?
Oh, it really just feels.
He just tarnished his entire relationship.
Yeah, with
not
the
with
fiance.
Just the fiance.
And it seems like they were pretty close before.
But anyone who's also in that group.
Yeah, anyone who knows about that situation is not going to like this brother.
No.
It feels like I'm going back to you saying the brother hasn't changed. It feels like he's still stuck in that like, you know, when you're in PE and you're being picked last, and he was always picked last, and now he's like, well, I want to be picked first, and he's still in that kind of like petulant child like
wow
train of thought, and I don't like it.
Okay.
No,
I'm so sorry.
It really sucks.
OP, I'm sorry. You were just in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Because you want to do what's best for both your fiance and your brother, but
yeah.
Yikes.
And but it seems like everyone's making concessions except for the brother.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
The brother he was just having a temper tantrum, stomping his feet. If I don't get what I want,
I'm not coming.
I'm not coming.
Yeah, he made a point, like an ultimatum, basically.
Divorce the brother.
Yeah,
Divorce the brother. That's great.
So
what
my
a power
fiance
trip.
I know. My fiance told my brother that Jack left the wedding with dignity himself so my brother could be happy there. Fiance ended up walking out after some more harsh words from both sides. Fiance ended up walking out the house and we had to have a frank discussion. We've chosen not to get married anymore.
Whoa.
The brother ruined
wait,
everything.
wait.
What? He ruined. Wait. Okay, there's a little bit more. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
It's too much hassle. It's too much hassle, and if we'd just elope. Right now, we're needing a lot more time to fix ourselves, our relationship, and our relationships with our families. We may be taking some time apart soon if things don't get better, but in the end, my fiance is the man I thought I was going to spend my life with.
Okay. Oh, wow.
The
There's so
relationship
much.
is not over.
Past tense?
Thought?
Damn, brother and Jack.
Wait.
Brother and Jack just ruined this up.
He's the man I thought. No, but that sounds like the OP. They are still together.
It seems like they're still together.
Yeah,
they're
it
just working
seems like
on
they're still
themselves.
together, and that they're thinking about just eloping if they do get, married.
It says we may be taking some time apart.
Yeah. Well, I think
soon.
they're taking some time, but they're not saying like our relationship's over.
No. It seems like they still want to do it, but wow.
He ruined everything.
There was nothing wrong with you, your fiance. Your brother just was the one who just.
Even Jack. We understand. Like
Jack
was probably a horrible kid, but he's trying to change. I think we've talked a lot on the show about growth, and I believe in growth and allowing people to change and own up to their actions. And it seems like Jack was trying to, and the brother again does not have to forgive him. But when it's not your wedding, you have to make some concessions.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Panda Ammonium.
OP brother, not okay.
Yeah. Panda Ammonium says, I couldn't imagine causing my siblings' wedding to collapse and be able to live with myself. And John is 200 says, that's good night. Brother needs to go back to therapy and they can have the wedding they wanted. No, the brother is not supportive and he's being a little bit stinky.
A little bit?
He's being a lot of bit stinky.
A lot of it.
Blind Bee says, instead of a pick-me girl, he's being a pick-me guy. Being a pick-me groom.
He's definitely the type of guy when, the bride throws the
Yeah, he's like, it's mine!
It's mine!
Yeah.
Wow.
That's his energy.
Brother needs to go back to therapy ASAP.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah, I think by the end of this story, because I know we were all kind of on the everyone sucks here. I think by the end of the story, the brother is the main a-hole.
Yeah, the brother's the main a-hole.
Yeah.
He kind of just ruined
everything.
Everything.
That would be... I just can't imagine...
Is the brother the guy who cheated in New York?
Yeah. It's all connecting. I can't imagine doing that to my brother. But that is the end of that story. Sad. It's not traumatic, so that's good, but it is slightly sad.
That's a little traumatic, honestly.
Maybe it was traumatic for the brother. Maybe that's why he's Kate Orc Mom says, yes, Jack was taking accountability. The brother was being immature. That's terribly selfish to ruin a whole.
Yeah. I think the fiance has every reason to be irked.
I would, yeah. Also, just the fact that the brother was like bad mouthing Jack in front of the fiance,
and then, oh man,
and then saying, "Oh, but like, let me be part of the wedding."
It's just like
embarrassing.
Spit on someone when they're like down already.
Fun.
Jack sacrificed so much, and then you're just like, he's already beaten up.
Yeah, he's already he's not gonna be at the wedding. It's just ridiculous.
You got what you wanted, but you wanted more. Oh man.
But that is the end of the stories and the end of this episode. But there are more. There are more coming. So let's get right into it after I read these donations. So not quite right into it.
You lied.
Kaylee Goodsell, thank you for the $2 and the slightly mean comment.
It's on me, guys. It's not them. It's me.
I think it's funny though that you also donated. I appreciate it. Sammy,
What a turn of events.
Sammy, thank you for the $10 tip. Yes, it's the OK Storytime hat. I had to tell them to come watch the best stream, but I may have to make a sign because I don't want to repeat it about 700 times because that's how many mailboxes I deliver to. That's a crazy amount. Yes, it's a lot, but I've been doing it for 3 years now. You sound like a pro. I think you should get a sign, and then whenever anyone asks about it, you just point to it and say, it just says like, watch OK Storytime. And then you don't even have to say anything. Wordsmith Hammer, thank you for the $5. Don't let the negativity get you down. You guys are amazing, and your takes are thoughtful. P.S. Riley gang for life. Thank you, Wordsmith. That's great.
This is Riley.
This feels like
I
your
like this a lot.
Now zoom in on me. Because I'm also part of that Riley gang.
Nicole Mezzatasta, I think. Thank you for the 658. Love you guys and love your stories. You guys are awesome and keep up the great stories.
Love you, Nicole.
You're so sweet. Eve Glass, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. Also, Christina Akansu, thank you. Say thank you to Eve Glass. Matt Hattergal, thank you for the $5. A bully that used to pick on me when we were in elementary school apologized to me for the bullying. I said I forgive, but not forgotten, which I think is yeah. But yeah, those are all of the donations. So let's get into this next story. Hannah wants to know when you're cosplaying Star-Lord, Riley.
Honestly, okay, last night I talked to my girlfriend because she was like, oh my gosh, I want to be an alien for Halloween. And I'm like, what about Gamora? What do you think about that? So I'm going to try to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know everyone gave me a lot of good Halloween costume suggestions a couple of streams ago. So I have to go through those.
Oh yeah? What's number 1 right now?
I actually don't remember.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I think it was like there were all like different fairy vibes, which I was down with.
Be the fairy from The Legend of Zelda.
Wait, the one that's like
listen. Yeah.
Yeah. The clothing one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a vibe for sure. All right,
yes,
you ready?
3 Rileys. I just see 3 Rileys.
Yes, 3 Rileys.
It's my first time here, guys. Also, hi.
Yeah,
can I
reintroduce yourself?
Can I use the bathroom?
No. Yeah.
All this talking and grieving and.
I also.
Okay, Riley's yelling at me.
Who needs to use the bathroom? Go to the bathroom. I'll talk to the people. Yeah, Riley's just stay. Go.
Okay.
Get out of here.
I'll introduce myself when I come back from the back.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Amateurs. Well, I think Anthony's using ours, so you can use the downstairs one.
Go downstairs, yeah.
Okay.
What's up? How do you guys like Anthony with the producing?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I just got workplace harassment in front of you guys. How do you guys like
workplace love, Riley?
Workplace
all love here.
All love. Is that what we call it?
All love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All love here. Cool.
Do you guys like Anthony?
Oh, Jellybus says Anthony's great.
Let's go.
What was it? Also everyone like the stream.
Do it.
There's like 600 people here and there's only 309 likes.
Yeah.
And that means that we could have a wheel spin literally right now.
Yeah.
Literally right now.
I don't know what to put on the wheel spin, but I will make sure the wheel spin happens.
Is it just hot tub right now?
It is hot tub still.
Yeah,
give me some suggestions and I'll put it in there.
Guys, put some suggestions in the chat for Riley. But that's what we're doing.
Yep.
We're looking for those. Suggestions. Socrates says, did Sophia ever look up the Twig Fairy? I did, or Twig the Fairy. I did. I liked that vibe too. And
it's Anthony and Keon that is here.
Jellyba says, so is Keon, if I recall his name correctly. Next time Sophia needs a stash and a wig to be Riley too. You're right. I feel so out of place here, quite frankly. Like the energy was just, because at first I was like, oh, is it because like there's just a bunch of guys here? And then I was like, no, it's because I don't have a stash. That's why. Valley Lily says, Sophia, be glad they used the bathroom and not a brush. a bush in the garden. Thank you, Anthony, for that close.
You're welcome.
Close up. Should I? Yeah, we're good. Elon's back. All right. Let's freaking go. You're right. Anthony's not a real producer yet. Kidding. Yeah.
It takes a lot of training to become a
You
true
just have
Riley.
Yeah.
Adult-
We have to.
Adult
A
Tiger.
lifetime.
We
one
have to
might
potty
say.
train all of our producers. It's a process. But let's get into this next story.
Wait, I need to reintroduce myself.
Oh
or-
yeah, reintroduce yourself.
Do you
to
want
the
to
new
introduce
people.
myself? I mean, myself.
Myself. Oh, we'll do it after the next story. All right. I told my sober vegan friend that I'm tired of catering to her choices. Now I think our friendship is over. This is Riley at me. My 50 female friend, Lauren, 46 female, is a vegan who doesn't drink. That's awesome, and I have no issue with that. The problem is that she's part of a small group of friends who don't get out very often, but when we do, it always has to be limited due to Lauren's choices. We live in an area where our food choices suck to begin with, so having to go to eat where she can be satisfied is very limited. There really isn't much to do otherwise at night. And by the way, this comes from Sugarless Mama on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, in addition, she gets upset when any one of us eats something that has an obvious meat item to it. That you can't do that. For example, she doesn't say anything if we get a soup with chicken or something, but if we ordered a hamburger, she would cause drama. Then she doesn't drink, which is no big deal, but she will then send us videos on the harmful effects of alcohol if we get a drink or two with dinner. It has gotten on my nerves, to say the least. It's been a while now, so I'm done with everyone catering to her needs. I have tried inviting everyone to specific places and inviting Lauren as well. Then she puts into a group chat, "Hey ladies, since I can't eat at X, why don't we go to Y?" Then of course the other ones decide we should go to Y instead. I have backed off going out because I don't want to spend money on food that sucks.
Wow.
Remembering it's vegan, not vegetarian, so it's very limiting and is expensive, or have my intelligence questioned by sending crap about the effects of alcohol as if we are not beyond old enough to know or Google it. I barely drink anyway, but enjoy a glass or two every so often. Wait, okay, there's a little bit more to this. It's been a while now, so I'm done. Oh, I said that. She asked why I keep bailing, so I told her, I respect your choices, but by the very nature of them, they have limited mine. Being that I don't have the ability to go out often, nor unlimited funds, I am only going to go when I know the entire experience will be what I want. So if I'm in the mood for a steak and a vodka tonic, I want to have them in a relaxed atmosphere, and that obviously bugs you. If I'm in the mood for a salad and a water, I will gladly join you, or we can just hang out at the beach when we have time during the day. She didn't like that too much. She said that isn't what friendship is about, and I should enjoy the company enough not to care. I told her that I understand, and I would gladly hang out with her when food or drink isn't in question, because it's too expensive not to enjoy it. She said there is nothing else to do around here. Then I asked if it's just about friends, then maybe she can eat first and join us out sometimes, and other times we can go to where she wants. She then told me that she's not going to sit around watching people eat meat. I said, okay. This is annoying.
Yeah, this is getting, oh man.
This is too much. I said, okay, I get it. And you need to get that I'm not catering to your needs each time I'm free to hang out. I later got a text from a mutual friend that Lauren was upset, but she agreed with me because she was tired of the same crap. Of course, this friend doesn't like conflict, so just listens to Lauren. So am I the a-hole for not wanting to continue to eat food I don't like, or refraining from having a drink or two to keep the peace here? Or am I right in feeling like she's being selfish, expecting the rest of us to do what she's comfortable with each time? And there are some relevant comments and an update.
No, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No,
the
you're
a-hole.
not. I'll grab
As a
this mic.
person who doesn't drink or eat meat, you can't expect people to cater to all of your needs. And sometimes, and also, it does, like, you not drinking and other people drinking doesn't affect you.
No.
Like, it's one thing to go to a restaurant and not have any options, but usually there are options like at least one vegan option at most places. Though they did say that it was a small town.
I really like how she's like, oh,
yeah,
we can't accommodate to you,
but
every time we need to accommodate to
me.
me.
Yeah.
Double standards.
Very selfish.
standards.
It's just really annoying, I think, when anyone puts their own choices on other people, saying, oh, well, you can't eat meat and you shouldn't drink because it's bad for you. It's just really like self-righteous.
Yeah, you're just making them feel bad for their choices. But I mean, man, I've had friends like that.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, being vegan is
yeah.
it. If you're not vegan, you're not it.
Way.
It's the only way. That's not the only way.
It's also, I think that people need to recognize that, like a lot of different cultures eat meat, and like a lot of different cultures have like alcohol, and it's just
respect.
Putting a point blank period, all alcohol, all meat is bad is kind of,
I get it.
Stupid.
Yeah, if someone was forcing it, like, oh, you should eat meat. Yeah. Meat's good. That's different.
Yeah.
Or like they're eating a burger and like, this is so good. But if they're respecting, if it's like a mutual respect.
It's just about respect. It's about you make your own choices, and if those choices don't infringe on other people's, choices, then you're chilling. But if you're trying to make other people do what you want to do, stop it. Stop it right now.
Yeah, OP, you are in the clear. You are green.
I think also the fact that OP tried to offer a solution of saying, hey, sometimes I'm super down to go out to your vegan places and not drink, but maybe also sometimes you can eat before if there are not a lot of options. Because
been doing that for years now.
Yeah.
With friends.
Shout
out to friends.
Yeah, shout out to friends. Keon has friends. I don't know if you knew that.
I have?
He has friends. I've seen them.
He has friends.
I've seen them.
This is all news to me, guys.
But I'll read some of your guys. There are relevant comments, but let's read some of your relevant comments. Kimberly Fine says, if you can't be around certain behaviors or environments, exclude yourself. Don't insert yourself into things that allegedly bring you turmoil. Her exposure therapy clearly isn't working. Yeah. Hannah says, also, white veganism is rooted in racism as well, so there's also that. Facts. I Say Nay says, it sounds like it isn't a compatible friendship because friends refuse to compromise. Hang out without food since both parties hate each other's food. Yeah, maybe the solution is just to stop going to, stop hanging out.
Yeah.
With dinner involved.
It seems like OP was like, that's the conclusion. Like, I can't hang out with you anymore.
I just can't hang out with you. If this is your line in the sand, we're, yeah. You know what you should do? You should throw potlucks. And then everyone gets to bring their own food.
No, because she's still going to get upset.
Yeah, because she doesn't like people eating meat around her either. I forgot. She's just the worst. Get upset.
That's crazy.
I totally forgot she was the worst.
I'm not going to watch people eat meat.
There's going to be meat there? Gone. I'm not.
I'm not
alcohol
in there.
No.
Yeah.
Sense of fun?
No. Relevant comments. Low Razmataz says, not the a-hole, but drop the friends that don't like conflict. Why surround yourself with spineless morons? Whoa. Intense. OP says, true. It was all getting on my nerves and why I was happy not going anymore. However, I sometimes wonder if I am an a-hole when others just easily bend to other people. I appreciate that. Okay, understanding 872 says, not the a-hole. Lauren is a butt though. The condescending comments about meat and alcohol is beyond me. Beyond meat, you could say.
But
Opie says, the alcohol really pissed me off. It was such a self-righteous type of behavior. And Karma 1969 says, not the a-hole. She's exactly right. That isn't what friendship is about. And so why can't she enjoy hanging out with her friends who are allowed to eat and drink whatever they want while she eats and drinks what she wants? I'm sorry, there's probably not a great ending here, but the way she's framed the situation can easily be turned around back on her. So she's not right. Neither is she wrong. It just may be that you two are incompatible as friends. And OP responds, yes, I'm feeling we're not a good fit. To be honest, I'm working hard on setting boundaries, but sometimes I question if I'm not going overboard, especially when many other women my age seem to just go along with something. I felt like she was being extremely selfish, but thought I could be missing something, which is why I asked. I think the solution here is just drop this friend.
What's that? Yeah, drop this friend. Drop the friend.
And that's
Pigeon says drop the
the
friend.
pigeon says it, and so we have to listen. Oh, there's another bird. We have got a lot of birds in the building, and they're all calling for OP to drop this
Drops
friend.
Unless if you have a actual, again, I feel like the moral of the story today is just have a conversation, communicate.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't agree or there's no compromise.
Yeah, if there's no compromise and no one's willing to compromise here, it seems. Well, actually, it seems like OP was willing to compromise.
OP was
and that
definitely willing to compromise.
Wasn't met.
No.
Or it wasn't, there wasn't mutual respect in this conversation. So I think that it just seems more of a hassle to be friends with this person. It just seems annoying.
Yeah.
It just kind of sucks. Honestly.
If you don't do my way, it's the highway. And that's just not right.
Yeah, get off the highway.
Once you were a vegan, now you will be gone.
That's a motto.
If anyone gets that reference, shout out to you.
I thought that was just you making up a motto. Honestly.
Yes, that's all me. Thank you.
I was like, wow, that's so creative. OP on the food choices in the area. OP says, nice try. Okay. I live in a small beach town. There is crappy food to begin with, so the options are extremely limited here. So I can't tell you how many salads I've been limited to eating while going out with her.
Yeah, you've been compromising.
You've just been super healthy.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to $20 salads.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they're going to vegan places can be really expensive. There is no solely vegan restaurants and very few that have vegan options. It doesn't make it worthwhile to listen to negativity so to get what you actually want, so that leaves effing salad. So just because you misinterpret what I meant or assume the worst in people doesn't mean you're right. Oh, I think that OP's just attacking one of the commenters.
Yeah.
Oh, did everyone get your reference?
Yeah, some people are getting it. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim.
But there is an update. So let's plunge into it. Let's dive into
head first or feet first?
Feet first.
Always.
For safety. Update on my selfish vegan ex-friend. Hope he really hates this person.
I mean, I would too.
I would too. I don't like this person.
I already hate this person. I don't even know this person.
Really annoying.
I don't like this person.
Thank you so much to the countless people who commented on my post shown below. You made me realize that I wasn't an a-hole and shouldn't have put up with their BS.
Mm-hmm.
Many asked how I put up with it for so long. I don't have a good answer, but it was more about the group itself where I didn't want to create drama. I think it's also hard when all of your other friends are kind of chill with her. And it feels like you're the only one who's having a problem. You're the odd one out,
but really, you're the one who's standing up for yourself.
Yeah, you're the only one who's actually, just speaking up when everyone else seems to also have a problem.
You never know. That one person could just start, all the other friends could start like, oh yeah, she's actually right.
No, I think I've been in situations where I've been the person who have to stand up to someone and then everyone else kind of follows, but they just don't want to be the person who speaks up.
You're just a great leader.
I'm just a great leader. In a room full of sheep. I'm
okay.
Jesus. Okay.
Whoa. All right. That was.
Sophia just said she was Jesus Christ. I want the record to show
0 to a trillion. Real
Let
quick.
the record show. Sorry guys, I'm not Jesus. I hate to break it to you. Unless I am. But there's a little bit more to the story. I lost my place completely though. Where am I, Anthony? You know? Thank you. Many asked how I put up with it for so long. I don't have a good answer, but it was more about the group itself where I didn't want to create drama. My experience with friends have been lucky as most everyone has been loving, fun, and selfless. We can also call each other out on BS by busting chops and laughs. This was my first group who met semi-regularly, and the others are very sweet to where I felt uncomfortable rocking the boat. Anyway, yesterday it was a bazillion degrees out here in Florida, and I was playing tennis with Lauren and 2 others. We were dying. I don't normally play with her, but these women are all on my team, and I joined coming up in the fall, so we needed to start practicing. No, I did not join because of Lauren, LOL. I played against the other 2 throughout the years, and they have been asking for me to play for a long time now. I live in a small area, so it's common for circles mixing like this. One of the ladies had to stop due to dizziness, cramping, nausea, and we all decided that we should only play much earlier in the summer. Oh no! Except, of course, Lauren! Because I was wondering I was like, why is this relevant?
There's a catch.
Freaking Lauren didn't want to wake up early because she doesn't play well then. Maybe you just don't play well in general. Maybe you freaking suck at tennis. Did you ever think about that, Lauren? Maybe you're struggling with anemia, Lauren. That's a problem. And you should take your iron pills.
Just go have a salad and just go sit this one out.
Just go sit it out, okay? Sit it out. That is when I had it. I'm just imagining OP at like playing tennis, and Lauren's like, "Hey, I just can't do it. I can't wake up that earlier." And OP's like, "I'm done. I've
had it up
this.
to here."
Yeah.
Sorry.
Keep that within frame, please.
Yeah, keep it in frame because otherwise it doesn't read well. My phone keeps adjusting. You know what? I need to lock it so it doesn't keep adjusting. Okay. With the power of thousands of Reddit strangers in my head, I basically told her off. I told her I've never met someone so self-absorbed in my entire life, and it was disgusting that she would even think that way in front of a teammate who clearly had heat exhaustion, let alone have it come out of her mouth. I also forgot that she said that while someone was actively having like heat stroke.
Lauren sucks.
She sucks so much. She sucks so much.
Lauren.
Heat exhaustion. I said all of this while her butt is sitting down, while the other woman and I got a cold, wet towel for this woman and got her a drink. Lauren stormed off. Thank God. Leave. These other two thanked me. One was her usual partner, who is the sweetest person alive, and said she's been wanting to tell her off for a year now.
Called it. See?
You called it.
Yeah.
You're a trendsetter, OP.
A Lauren hater.
A Lauren hater, if you will. The other one, who was feeling like crap, said she's going to tell the captain that she needs to go because she is like a cancer on the team. Oh, I thought she was saying that about herself. I was like, don't say that. Heat exhaustion is real. But she means Lauren.
Yes.
Lauren is the cancer on the team. Damn. I am very happy to say that I will not be dealing with her selfish BS any longer. She can go shove a carrot up her butt for all I care. LOL. Thanks so much for everyone. Comments. Tonight I'm going to have a giant hamburger and a cold beverage in your honor. Cheers.
That's
and then
amazing.
The little beers emoji.
We love that.
And there are just a couple more relevant comments from OP to finish the story off. OP not respecting Lauren's wishes and trying to make this whole thing about herself and not Lauren. Who said that?
No.
Who in the comments said that?
Did you read?
Did you even read the story?
Did you read everything?
Did you use your eyes?
Somebody just read the end of the novel.
Yeah, someone just read.
It said the end, and it's like, oh.
No,
yeah.
someone read the title and was like, "Wow, they're not supporting their vegan friend, and that's not cool."
They read the back of the book.
Yeah.
Like, I know this book.
They looked at the cover, and it was just like OP beating up Lauren, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Wow."
I don't like
that.
OP.
I don't like
Lauren's in the
OP.
right.
Yeah. Avery from the Swamp says, if I'm gonna be a hater, it's gonna be the biggest hater of people like Lauren. Yeah. And then OP responds to that weird comment. I did say something and suggested other things. She wasn't having it. I wasn't pouting. We are busy and have lives, so this isn't the end of the world, and I was quite happy with that choice. I kindly told her my feelings, and she told me I wasn't being a good friend because it isn't about the food. Seems like it's all about the food, actually.
It's all about her.
Yeah. So then why do we have to eat her crap every time then? I wasn't hurt over the videos. What videos? It was effed up to cross others' boundaries like that as if she was some self-righteous queen of health. Oh, the sending of the alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, the videos about how bad alcohol is. She's controlling, as thousands have pointed out. That should be clear with her not budging on playing in the mornings after her teammate got sick from the heat. I spoke with her already, calmly and nicely, never budged, and only expected me to continue to bend to her needs, inferring I was not a good friend. I still ended that conversation in a respectful manner to then learn she goes to a mutual friend to whine about me. It was after the above that I felt she was extremely selfish, but I still wasn't sure because she turned it around on me. That's why I came here to Reddit. I didn't go off on her about the food. I went off on her because there was a woman about to throw up due to extreme heat. While another woman and myself were trying to cool her down again and make sure she was okay, Lauren made it again about her. She sat there whining about not wanting to play earlier because she doesn't play good early in the morning. By the way, that is complete BS because the matches start early in the mornings and she's played on this league for years. Also, by the way, you can join us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just tap our profile. I think they need to get Lauren off the team.
I think they need to just get Lauren off.
I think they...
away from
Lauren
everything.
They need to get Lauren out of here. I think Lauren needs to leave Florida, quite frankly. Also, like, I don't know. She could have said something about playing in the evening, maybe, if that was an actual,
This
request.
was never about
It's
being
not about
vegan.
actual, no.
This is just about being a really selfish person and being just, again, no compromise.
No, I think the fact that we know it's not just about being vegan. It's about being, she's vegan. She doesn't drink. She needs to play tennis at certain times. It's just all about her. And no matter the topic, it's got to be about her.
It's always about her.
Yeah, it's always going to find a way to be about Lauren. And the world doesn't revolve around Lauren.
Earth to Lauren.
Earth to Lauren. So true. So true. OP ends the story by saying, "I'm sorry, but you must be extremely infuriating to anyone who needs your help and needs you to listen."
Maybe it was just Lauren.
Is this a commenter?
Yeah. Maybe that person who's defending Lauren was Lauren.
Yeah, maybe that was Lauren. They were like, actually, Lauren's right. I think this you know what? This is actually not relevant. I think this is OP just responding to that commenter.
Just like,
yeah.
Come on.
But that is the end of that story. And the Lauren tales.
Lauren saga.
Lauren saga, if you will. And hopefully it ends with Lauren, leaving forever.
If not, take yourself away from Lauren.
Yeah. If Lauren doesn't leave, then leave Lauren. I think that's the
easy. Yeah.
I also think no one wants to play on this tennis team with her, so
I don't think anybody wants to just.
I don't think anyone wants to be friends with Lauren.
Like, the fact that this girl said she is a cancer to the team. That's that's aggressive.
A strong word.
Like, oh no, I just don't like her attitude. It's just like she's a
cancer.
cancer.
She is actively destroying the team.
Aggressive.
Yeah. But that's the end of this story and also the end of the stream, Riley? Question mark? Okay. I'm going to read some of these donations before we finish off. Josephine Madola Burquise, thank you for the 253. She eats grass, but she has yet to touch grass.
I love that.
That was good.
Thank you.
Brilliant words from Josephine. Could you scroll up a little bit, Riley? Thank you. Storm Kitty. Well, actually, I think you should read that one from Storm Kitty. It's in the regular chat.
The regular chat? Where's Storm Kitty? I mean, maybe she'd be less beachy.
Yeah.
Beach. Yeah. If she got off.
Yeah. That's just relevant to your comment.
Oh, no, 100%. No. Yeah, exactly.
Josephine Madola, thank you for the $5 tip. Carrie Patterson can't afford to donate right now, so just pretend this donation is from them. That's so sweet. Thank you, Josephine. And thank you, Carrie. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Also, like the damn stream, guys.
Do it. Do what Sophia says, because she's, again, Jesus.
The worm queen.
We've established.
The worm. It's like, not Rhaenyra. It's Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, the dragon. Yeah. I relate more to Rhaenyra, though. I've only seen the first season.
All right.
Randy. To Savo, thank you for celebrating 2 months of membership. My dear Saint Sophia, may I ask the whereabouts of our dear Riley? You may ask. And we may answer.
Checking on Anthony, making sure he's doing a good job.
Just checking. Crazy Stacy, thank you for celebrating 1 month of membership. Getting crazy. Woo.
There we are.
That is. We still got a few more here.
Oh, wow.
Eve Glass, thank you for the 5 gifted membership. We appreciate you.
I think you said eat glass.
Eat glass.
Eat glass. Thanks, Eve.
It's Brittany Beach. Thank you for the $2. Any suggestions for a family costume for 4 and a doggo?
Easy.
Is there any other
Scooby-Doo.
ones than Scooby-Doo?
Toy Story.
Toy Story. That's
or
another one.
Slinky or Scooby-Doo.
What's another one with dogs? Marley.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tragic one.
The Jeffersons.
The Flintstones?
We're the Jeffersons.
The Flintstones. The Jeffersons? No, the Flintstones.
Oh, the Flintstones. Yeah, they have a dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not really a dog.
What is it? It's a dinosaur?
It's a dinosaur.
Oh, okay,
but you could dress up.
It's like, you could dress up like a dinosaur. But that's the end. So briefing you, I'm going to say if you love us, make sure subscribe, and you say, we love you. And then we say together, see you tomorrow. Are you ready?
But I'm not here tomorrow.
Okay. Too bad.
I can't lie to the chat like
You're
that.
going to lie to them. Ready?
Okay.
All right. But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you
us
tomorrow.